Here with Coach John Parmenter of Ocoee High School, outside of Orlando, west side, we're told, at the NWCA convention. We're about to have a technique session here. In terms of being a Florida high school coach, what's it like to have the NWCA convention here in the Sunshine State?
Oh, it's a great advantage to us. Travel costs are way down. We get to showcase our state to other coaches across the country. It also lets the public know that wrestling's here and is an important thing. We get a lot of wrestling people coming down to this thing, and so people know the wrestling community's here, alive and well.
In terms of what the NWCA offers to scholastic coaches, what have you picked up on the most here?
I've attended the technique session, but I also went to the session on the state of the sport of wrestling, and I think hearing that we're all concerned is a big thing. I think we need to work on getting our direction focused all together as opposed to separate entities.
In terms of the wrestling in Florida, you say, you know, there's wrestling here. Obviously, you guys are glad that the convention's here and you're glad to showcase the fact Florida's long and strong in wrestling. But what are some things you've picked up maybe from other coaches along the way, whether it be college or other high school coaches, maybe at the high school session with Daryl Weber and Russ Cozart, or even some of the college sessions?
Well, I think the big thing is I managed to get 2 guys into college this year just based on the relationship I developed at last year's conference. Having that ability to make that next step for my kids is really, really important.
So if you were to talk to your other Florida high school coaches and try to talk them into coming to this thing, obviously it seems like a pitch would be you get those networking connections to sell your high school kids to these college coaches.
That's a big thing. The technique sessions are really important. In fact, I've talked to Pat about maybe having an extra technique session for the high school coaches next year. I think that's also an important thing. But the networking, you just can't beat it. I've managed to get a couple more matches lined up because working with the high school coaches, I've developed the relationship with several of the college coaches so that I can call them and say, hey, I've got this guy that might fit into your program.